there.
Sure.
There we go. Official
Right.
notice done.
Welcome, team.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, difference makers. I'm Dr. Erin. This is my husband, Garth, and we're so happy you're with us. Let's just kind of go over the agenda of tonight, and we'll have a great time together. So we are going to start our team calls and our team huddles with wins, and I'll explain what a win is. So get ready to unmute yourself, because once I explain what a win is, you probably all will have them, which we can't wait to hear. And then Garth is going to share some announcements and updates and show you some back office kind of stuff. I am then going to help you punch fear in the face and become unstoppable in Make Wellness. Yes, I am, Alan. It's true. It is really true.
Alan's got fists up already.
Yeah, he's ready. I forgot my pink boxing gloves. They're up.
Should I go get them?
Yes, because they're so cute.
All right.
And then we will open up for Q&A, and then we have a difference maker who is bringing the quote for the week. So, okay, so we're going to open it up with kind of popcorn of 10 to 20 second wins. So what a win is all sorts of things. A win is something that you are proud of, that is a win for you individually, contextually in your life. So a win in your business might look like someone pre-enrolled. It might look like you've got to know. It might look like you did something courageous, because courage is individually defined because it requires fear. So what is fear induced for you might not be fear-based for me, and that's okay. So think of your wins that way. Did you share this with someone that you were like, I was kind of worried what they thought about me, but I did it anyways? Or did you share something vulnerable on social media? Or did you figure out how to do a reel? Like, what is your win for the week? I mean, Garth, you're figuring out the reel. So
yeah,
we are going to popcorn it 10 seconds. Just pop in. Who would like to go first? And please unmute yourself, and let's share the difference makers wins for the week.
I'll go first.
Yep, go for it, Alan.
Yeah, I had a win in the last 10 minutes. I posted my first reel
on
Instagram and connected to the Facebook. So I'm learning a lot about social media this time around. So I'm really excited about that. Drowning a little bit, but I got my first reel posted.
Nice. Good job, Alan.
It does feel like drowning. It's like, I think I'm swimming, but I feel like I might be drowning.
Yeah.
I love it, Alan. Oh my gosh. I remember my first. Who remembers their first? Who's next?
I can go. It's Suzanne. I had I guess I get a little nervous about the follow-up because I feel I don't want to bug anyone. That's in my head. And I did do one today, and she's like, oh, I forgot. She goes, yes, I'm doing it right now. So she joined. And I was like, man, if I hadn't have said anything, like I said to her, hey, don't forget, or blah, 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 whatever I said. And yeah, so she joined. So that just goes to show that follow-up is important.
Isn't it so interesting? Like, you've probably known that for many years, and then you had to experience it to actually believe it. And you're like, oh, I had to do the action to believe it.
Well, especially this woman, because she's like, so she's
great.
lovely, but she's, anti anything I do. So I was kind of like shocked.
Yes. Good for you, Suzanne. Well, you're lovely too. So hopefully.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Right back at you guys.
Thank you.
Who's next?
So I'll go next. So I got duplication with someone, true duplication, and I'm bringing three people to the event in Orlando, possibly more by the time, November's a long way out. So
nice.
Yeah. Tiffany and I just went like this together. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's great, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Who's next?
And for those that came in after Erin did the announcements, we're just going over real quick any wins you've had in the last week or two.
I'll go.
Yeah, Marina.
Just getting in the groove. I think I played catch up, and now it's sort of just like having 2-3 Zooms every day and enrolling people. And now my enrollees are getting customers already.
Awesome.
M is for Marina and M is for momentum.
Yes.
What you're getting into. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah. It feels good.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyone else have a win?
Why don't I have a fan blowing on me like Shelly when I do Zoom calls?
I'll go. I've got one.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love it. Okay.
It's like photo shoot.
Who's going?
Oh, Linda.
Okay.
Yeah. For the very first time, I challenged myself to do a YouTube video. And for the very first time ever.
And how did it
And-
feel?
It went fantastic. I have 4 responses already.
No.
Wow, that's
I mean,
great.
Of course you do.
So
Right, of course you do.
I'm excited about it.
Look at us all jumping in the waters of unknown territories.
Yeah.
Linda, we can do hard things like YouTube, can't we? Wow.
Yes, we can.
Amazing.
Well, good job.
Who's next? Celebrating you. Michelle.
Michelle.
Hi, I have thunder and lightning here and rain in Southern California, so I might be glitching in and out. I went to my chiropractor, not because I needed an adjustment, because I wanted to talk to him about the opportunity. And I took our Fit and Lean and our Never list with me. And he's like, oh, that's incredible. I'm going to look at that. So I sent him the video. So following up this week.
Nice.
Michelle, did you just give us permission to go get a massage? Not because we have to, but because we want to share this with our massage therapists?
That's
Yeah,
what I heard.
Take an Uber to the massage parlor.
Oh,
There-
right. It's for business, people.
Yeah.
It's for business.
That's like a 3-for-1. You got
Yes,
2
Michelle,
Uber drivers,
that's amazing.
2 Uber drivers, and a chiropractor slash
Oh
massage
my
therapist.
gosh.
That's a 3-for.
I was just in your neighborhood. Who else wants to share a win?
Yeah, Shelly.
Kelly, strong as a mother.
Yeah,
Say it like that.
that is me. So I created like all my brand around Strong as a Mother and got my new community started. And I started a 30-day challenge within my community for a no alcohol challenge. And I created automation around that. So my people that are in my challenge get a text message from me every single day. So now they've got their eyes in the group. So that challenge brought them into my group. And now I'm going to start dripping and adding value to them there.
That's awesome.
Strong as a mother, smart as a mother, building it like a mother. Oh my gosh, I love it. Amazing. Who else wants to share a win? Garth, do you have a win? Anyone else want to share?
Well, I did. You're talking to reels. I did that training on the reel that comes out in.
Oh my gosh.
a week.
Garth chose the training
You'll
of
see
how
it'll
to
come.
do a reel. Okay.
No, I didn't
Garth
choose it.
Oksol.
That's the one that got
Garth
assigned to
Oksol,
me.
he's like, reels are a very fun way to share on social media. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We can all change and grow, can't we?
Yeah.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah. No, we did. Who just joined us? That was a reach out from the I think one of the TikToks I did. She was
Oh.
from like 5 years ago.
Oh, someone joined Garth from the TikTok.
Yeah. So
Great.
A reel training about making reels.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a sales funnel with a training on how to sell people with sales funnels.
It's an infinite loop.
How to coach coaches. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a fun time too.
Yeah.
Any other wins? This is so fun.
All right. Should we move on to
Let's move.
agenda and item number 2?
Okay.
And I hear Bo whimpering
I
at the
think
door.
that's you,
So.
babe. To talk about announcements and
Okay. Yeah. So announcements, and then I'll go through the hub a little bit because that's really where we're going to start seeing a lot of the information come out from Make Wellness from corporate. So announcements, and I'll get to that when we show the hub, but we have our regular calls. They are a little fluid as we've got new corporate people coming on and other schedules is going out, but I'll show you on the hub where those are. In fact, I'll just go share screen right now.
Well,
Oh, this is
where's
a
the
new
hub?
layout on the, oh, there's, so yeah, so I'll show you where the hub is.
hubba, honey.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's
All
not
right.
that.
So if you go to your Make Wellness website, so up at the top up there, you'll see the website,
Does everyone know
office.makewellness.com.
where the website is, because it's kind of its own unique link.
Yeah.
Time is now.
Yep.
Dot.
So, well, it's right there.
US, right?
Just go to that one. Up at the top, right there where it says office.
Where that
Oops,
one.
the pull down happened here from Zoom. So that office.makewellness.com. So type that in,
Oh,
bookmark it, save it. That's how you're going to get to your back office.
I didn't even
So,
know that.
I know. That's because it's saved as a cookie right now. So it just pre-fills it in
We
for you.
don't do no techie.
You had me at Oreo.
Mhm.
So anyways, you're going to come to the dashboard, and this is what your dashboard looks like. There's usually a little video that's playing here. You'll see your enrollment name over there on the right. There's your enrollment share. So if you're ever wondering, where's my website to share? If you've got this office, your back office bookmark, there it is right there. This calendar will get populated as things move into the launch and the pre-launch. You've got your downline and you've got some data reports. We won't get into all that right now. But what I want to spend time on is the hub. This is where corporate is starting to roll out information. So it's almost on a daily basis, if not a couple of times a week, they're putting some new information here. So for example, the latest update is our new product, Hydrated. They've got the flyer on here, the one sheet. So that's available for you to download, to print, to share. And then as you scroll down further, you'll see the previous announcements that came out on the hub. And it down here is the weekly calls. And it gives you the website to go to. There's the meeting link.
You just click
So if
on
you're
it.
ever
It's so
wondering,
cool.
yep. So if you're ever wondering where to go, just go to your back office. And here is the list of the calls, the time, the topic, and the link is all right there. And then if we keep coming down, you've got previous posts. So if you're like, I remember seeing something a few weeks ago, what was that? You can come back in here and look. Now, one of the things that I am going to show you as well to help folks get caught up on, if you haven't been in here, let's just take a look at this one.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
founders box here, this one, I was really happy with this one, because not only do they show you a sneak peek of the founders box and
Look at it.
tell you a little bit about it, but look what's down here at the bottom. They actually give you sharing ideas.
Oh.
So I literally did this myself. It was this one right here, this post idea number 3. And no, wait,
Wow.
no, I did number 2. I'm sorry, I did number 2. I just copied in number 2, put it in my Facebook post, and included the picture of their founders box. That was my post. It was already pre-done. I changed the wording a little bit just to suit my style. But look at that. They give you 4 post ideas on here.
Can
So
you go back up to the box, honey, and then
Yeah.
open the chat in case some people are asking anything? I can't see.
yeah, let me go to the chat.
Can you go to the picture where it shows that the box opened?
Yeah.
So if you missed, was it Thursday night's call?
Yeah.
When Bob Finnegan was emotionally sharing this box, I'm like, there is nothing like a branding dude getting emotional about his products, because that's what true creatives are. Like his heart
Yeah.
is like, his soul is imprinted on this
Probably
product.
feels like a little bit of like a birth.
It's like when you're creative and you launch your thing into the world, it's really personal. But
Every time we open up a bid on a construction project,
you
I
get
tear
you
up.
get a
Oh
little
yeah,
emotional.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, honey. He designed this with similar the same companies that have done packaging for Porsche, Sephora, and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Do you think we're in good company, everyone? This is a luxury, psychological, emotional experience. It has a magnetic closure, and it opens up to these beautiful words that we can't really see.
Intentionally.
But it takes you on this journey, right?
Yep.
But they said that what's included also is a note to write to your future self, or to yourself about your vision of what you're going to do in this company. And it just was so beautiful. It sounds like behind each product is this experience of nature. Please, honey, stop.
I wanted to get to the point, so that reminder, because you jumped in my part.
Well,
So
I just wanted them to see the box if they hadn't seen the box, because this is really what
but
we're
here's the
building
thing.
to.
If they want to see the box, they can go to their back office.
To the hub,
To the
yeah.
hub. Yes.
But I'm going to have this in a plexiglass display for the grandchildren to see.
On a
It's gonna
spinning
be-
table.
Maybe it's going to have "This Girl Is on Fire" singing whenever you come close to it. And it's going to be signed by all of the corporate team, and it's going to be my memento.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
So one of the things I wanted to point out is, if you're just realizing the hub is there now, you previous and next, you can get caught up just doing that. So just go scroll through. They're doing these updates. Wonderful, wonderful location to stay up to date, get the latest information, and then be able to download the one sheets. All right. So that's all in the hub. Again, there's the calls, there's the back.
Whoa.
And it'll
Now-
get, well, they've seen this before because I
Okay.
showed it before. So there's the calls and then the back notes in there. So that's all in the hub. Now, if you want to get back to your back office, you just click the logo and there you are right there.
And then you can go to documents too, huh?
The documents is still being loaded. So it's the flyers, which are the same thing in the hub. For whatever
Okay.
reason,
Oh,
like I've had to
doesn't
click
work.
on the picture
oh, okay.
and then save it that way. For what, I don't know if it's a Safari issue that I've got, but the PDF, like you'll notice nothing happens when I click on PDF. So there, again, we're in pre-launch. Things are rolling out. There'll be little bumps and hiccups as we go, but just know that you can get that information there.
I want to share something really cool with you. Just hold, please, honey.
Okay.
Because Garth would not probably share this about himself because he's so humble, but Garth sent a couple ideas, suggestions, improvements for the fit flyer directly to corporate. And
I should, yeah, to Justin.
To Justin, he sent it to Justin, and they included the changes in the flyer. And I tell you that, one, to say awesome job, honey, but two, Tiffany and I were talking about this. We are really part of a corporate team that literally takes our feedback, that wants to hear from us, that responds, that is not a know-it-all team, even though they know it all. Like, you know, it's just I think there's a story in that that's worth sharing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this guy on our team suggested some changes for the flyer and they put it on there. I mean, it's just really a special team that we have in corporate.
Yep,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
All right, we'll go to stop share. And now we can see the chat on there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Marina. So that is nice. They're utilizing the collective genius of folks out in the field that have great suggestions. And I love that about Justin and Truman and Bob and all that is and Alan. I don't know if you guys noticed the first couple of product presentations that Alan did, very technical, which some people love, but a lot of people were lost. And the field gave feedback on that. And Alan actually asked Justin and Truman to let him do a dry run beforehand.
He practiced.
Yeah, so he could tweak it to make it a little bit more digestible, I guess.
He like, let me practice before I go to the field.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
All right. So that's the back office and the hub.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you, honey.
Mhm.
On yesterday's call, I trained on how to maximize your pre-launch here. And really the punchline of all of it is the simplicity. The simplicity of everything we're doing here is, can you reach out to humans and say, have you heard of Make Wellness? So everyone, you know, make that a brain tattoo. Have you heard of Make Wellness? That's all we're doing. Okay. Now, I want you to think about, and let's open up the chat and let's share with each other. I want you to think about, if it truly is that simple, I'm not saying easy, because psychologically we can get in our own way. But if it truly is that simple, then why aren't we all, ask yourself, why am I not doing this very simple thing that could get me the results that I want? I want you to type in the chat why it is that you or someone you know who remains unnamed may not do this simple task of saying, have you heard of Make Wellness? So let's share in the chat why humans don't do these simple things. We're adults. Why aren't we doing these simple things? Fear. Yeah.
Yep.
It's fear. So welcome to the club. We all have fear. And we're going to knock it out. Okay.
Yep.
So these are my gloves. And I need a little Rocky music, Garth. But no, you just like. Okay.
Now you got me started.
We are going to punch fear in the face. I'm going to give you four quick steps that has about 40 years of psychology research behind them that will help you have a different relationship with your fear. Okay. It's not your typical positive new age psychology of just tell your brain that there's no room for negative thinking. It's not telling your brain just cancel, delete. Like, it's not looking in the mirror and saying, I am a millionaire, because none of that works. Okay. And it actually, research shows, can cause more problems. It can cause shame. It can cause guilt. It can actually increase the negative beliefs that you're trying to get away in the first place. So before I do that, I want you to write in the chat, do you believe more humans, if they're studied, which they were, are more afraid of success or failure? Put success if you think we're more afraid of success, or put failure if you think we're more afraid of failure. No bad answers. Success, success, failure, success, success. Don't say success too fast. And then it's just sex, sex, sex. Okay. It's just success, 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 failure. Okay. Okay. So research shows we are terrified of success.
Which sounds
Now,
odd, doesn't it?
this thing that we all say we're wanting.
Yep.
And there's a couple reasons behind that. But when you ask the humans, why are we so afraid of success? We're very afraid of a couple things. What do you imagine those are? When you think of having massive, massive success, what do you imagine those fears are? They're very, very valid fears. And our brain's just paying attention. And it's like, yeah, but if we get all this success, this could happen. Okay. So absolutely, you're nailing it. You got it. It happens too fast, meaning I'm not going to be able to keep up, or it's going to cause damage in some way, right? Or once I get there, I'm not going to be able to stay there is a huge fear. Pressure to stay there. Yeah. What comes next? Exactly. It's like, oh, I think I want to, build a team of 2,000 people, but I have no idea how to lead a team of 2,000 people. And that is terrifying. And so it's just very normal, right? The number one reason, Mary wins. Mary, the number one reason we are afraid of success is us humans equate it with more responsibility. Have you ever met a human that's like, I would just love more responsibility, just oodles and oodles of response. Let's just pour it on, right? That's a lot of pressure, or it feels like extra work. Another fear we have is I'm worried I'm going to sacrifice the things that matter the most to me in order to become this or have this success. And this idea of, well, yeah, I see successful people, but they forget that, the first name of their children, or they have a terrible, or they, implode their marriage, or they accidentally gain 47 pounds, or we see that, or we think there's this big price to pay. And we're like, no, thank you. I got to protect myself. So, okay. So this is the exercise I'm going to do. There's 4 steps, and maybe Garth can write the 4 steps as I go, but this is going to help you punch fear in the face with any fear that you have about Make Wellness or anything else. So in your mind's eye, pull up, what is your biggest fear or negative thought that you're currently dealing with around Make Wellness? Just maybe it's, I'm worried people will think I'm into one of those things again. I'm worried that I'll fail again. I'm worried to get my, I'm scared to get my hopes up because I know what that feels like to be disappointed. Whatever it is, just if you want to share it in the chat, that's amazing, but make sure you write that fear down. Okay. And then we're going to do our 4 steps with it. And then I'm going to ask one of you to share it, who's ever willing. I'm not going to call on anyone, but who's ever willing at the end to walk through your 4 steps. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? This has 40 years of research. So exciting. Okay. The first step is you're just going to observe your thought. Observe your thought. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to put this in front of your thought. I'm having the thought that, and then share your thought. I'm having the thought that I'm kind of scared that once again, I won't have the success because I've had this dream before. I've had this dream before. I'm kind of worried. I'm having the thought that is step 1. I'm having the thought that. The reason that you want to observe your thought is because that's the only chance you have of having a different relationship with your thought. Okay. Because you are not your thought. You are the observer of your thought. You all know that you are not your thoughts. You're the observer of your thoughts. And neuroscience calls this distance between our thought and our observation of it choice. So we want to have some choice. We want to have some, let me think about what I think about that thought. That's space, right? Okay. I'm having the thought that I'm kind of worried about growing a big team because I have no idea how to do that. I'm having the thought that, and insert your fear. Okay, does everyone have that? Okay, step 2, validate your thought. So channel your inner therapist And this is what you're going to say. Oh my gosh, it makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because it makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because. Now, go searching for your reasons. It makes perfect sense. I'm having the thought that I'm not going to be a millionaire because I've never even gotten close. Okay. I've never even gotten close. It makes perfect sense. I'm having the thought that I might fail because I have failed in the last 3 companies I was in, like whatever your example is. It makes perfect sense. When you validate your negative thought, it removes its power, but there's a reason your brain is coming up with these thoughts. It has a track record. It has a history. It's not stupid or telling you a lie. It's like, hello, I have some data for you. You've been on the planet for 50 years. You haven't been close to being a millionaire. What makes you think you're going to do it now? Right? Okay. Validate your thought. It makes perfect sense. I'm having this thought because maybe your thought is around money. And you're like, it makes perfect sense. I have this nasty thought about money because I learned it when I was 8 from blank. You know, it's like, it makes perfect sense. Okay. Step 3 is thank your brain for protecting you. Your brain's job is to protect you. Gathering all the information. It's like, let's stay in the land of probability. Let's look at the data so far and let's protect you from looking like a fool. Let's protect you from falling on your face. Let's protect you from feeling rejected, from being hurt again, from feeling disappointment, from wasting your time and your money. Let's protect you, protect you. The brain is so good at this and it does such a good job of protecting us. Okay. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me from, and fill it in for yourself. Okay. From being judged by others, from failing again, from being disappointed again, from getting my hopes up again. And then step 4 is pivot, pivot, pivot. We're going to pivot, everyone. This is when we're going to make our choice for something that's in the land of possibility, not probability. The land of possibility, not probability. Maybe your choice pivot statement might be, and I've changed. Maybe it's, well, I never had this up until now. I haven't had this opportunity. Maybe it's, and I'm capable of creating something new. Maybe it's, and that's not true at all. So that's good news. Maybe it's, if it's possible for him or her, it's possible for me. Whatever your statement is for yourself, that's your new choice. Yes, and this, I love it. So who is a brave, beautiful soul that will just walk through their four statements with us?
I will.
Oh, thank you. Everyone, thank Michelle. Thank Michelle. Okay.
So I've been in network marketing for a long time. Since I was 19, I'm 57. And I've been in many different companies, and I've always been a great salesperson and had a lot of customers. But until my last company, didn't really have many leaders. And this company, a whole bunch of leaders from my other company have joined under me. And I'm, wanting to be the best leader alongside them. I don't want to be their leader because they're incredible leaders. I loved what you said in one of your calls where you want to be
such a strong team.
Yeah, I want every leader to be their own leader, and I'll be there to help them
figure out who the leader is. Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. I want to be the best leader that I can. And
so what's your fear? What was your fear? I'm having the thought that
they wouldn't think highly enough of me that I could guide them to the right decisions or give them the information that they needed to be successful.
Perfect. Step 2, it makes perfect sense. You're having that thought because
I've never been the leader for a team before. I've always helped in leadership, but haven't totally been the one to guide people.
In this network marketing business. Yeah.
In my nursing business, I teach all the
No,
time.
I just, that download came to me because I'm like, I bet you've done it otherwise. Yep, yep,
Okay.
which is good
Yeah.
news. Step
I have
3.
total confidence in my career, but not
Yep.
here. And then
Brain.
thanking my brain. I know that I have the capability to do this. I know this is what God wants me to do.
Thank you,
I-
brain, for protecting you from.
Probably doubting myself.
Thank you, brain, for protecting me from being a bad leader.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And your pivot was, did you just say your pivot?
I didn't. I'm doing things like I joined the Digital Recruiting Academy and learning from the people that have already done this, who are great leaders. They're 7-figure income learners, and I'm going to learn from the best, and who you associate with the most is who you will eventually become.
Michelle, thank you so much for sharing. That's so brave of you. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know if that was brave of you because I don't know if that was scary, but my gosh, who can relate to that? Who can relate to that? It's like, well, I say I want to attract these incredible leaders, and then I attract them. I'm like, I don't know
Now
what
what?
I'm doing, and
Yeah.
am I worthy? Am I good enough for this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, and I don't want to mess this up. And you know, something I learned recently is all of these skills are learned. Like Michelle just said, I can learn. It's like I learned to walk, I can learn how to lead. I learned to walk, I can learn how to be a leader. No, I don't know how because I haven't learned how to do that yet, and I can learn. Or I haven't learned how to be a leader here. One of your pivot statements too might be, Michelle, I'm a great leader. I just haven't, and now I'm going to transfer those skills to this business. You know? Awesome. Amazing. Does anyone else want to go?
I'll be brave enough to go second.
Okay.
I'm
Please, everyone,
almost
thank
as brave
Michelle.
as Michelle.
I know, she's so brave. Please thank Michelle in the chat. Okay. Okay. Jason.
I'm having the thought that I'm going to sabotage my own success again by blaming everything on those above me and below me.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Okay.
And and of course I'm having this thought because I spent 18 years in my last company and failed to help anyone duplicate what I was doing in my organization, and the attrition killed my income.
Makes perfect sense.
And thank you, Brain, for protecting me because of course I would think that. Am I doing it right? I don't. What am I supposed to say next?
Almost like maybe thank you, brain, for protecting me from letting that happen again, because it sounds like you really don't want it to happen again.
Yeah. And my pivot is a whole lot of self-reflection and self-work to figure out where I failed last time, not those around me who I probably blamed for my lack of success before.
Wow. I want to commend you on your emotional intelligence and personal growth to say, oh my goodness.
Thanks.
I've got this.
Good job,
simple-
Jason.
I had a kid in my downline from Australia in the last company that blew it up. Like he was the fastest he was like 22 years old, and he was the youngest millionaire and fastest to max out his business center. And I talked to him in Australia and I said, okay, what's the key to success? What am I missing? What are you doing? Like I wanted the magic pill. And he looked at me and he said, you already know. You already know what you need to do.
Yeah.
You have all the skills and all the knowledge. So he just said, look at yourself. I mean, that's what
I would like a new answer. I would like a new answer, please. Oh my gosh, that's so good. What a gift he gave you. Well, thank you so much, Jason. My gosh, we're just one decision away from saying, oh, that thing, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to change. Like, that's what's so cool. We can change. Amazing. Thank you, everybody. All right. Use your 4 steps. I call it bless and release. That method I call bless and release. So you can use that for any and all of your negative thoughts that come your way, which they will. You never outgrow all of them. So
We are human after all.
yes, we are.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Let's open it up for Q&A. If you got any Q's, we will figure out who's got the A's.
Yep. Someone will have an
If we
A.
don't have an A, we know
Yeah.
where to find A's, you know? Does anyone have any questions about anything?
I have a question. It's Suzanne. I just had someone who's joining, and she has somebody that was a big leader in Sensi. And I had sent, we have like a link tree with our, the videos that are important and stuff. She said, oh, I kind of felt like the information was vague, and I don't really, I don't think she understands it's pre-launch. First of all, she probably didn't go through all the videos, but with that leader, I just think she should treat her the same as anyone and get her to Justin's call. Is that the right thing to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I don't want to know. I mean, I do want to know everything, but I don't want to be the person who knows everything. I want her to just use the tools, like as you said on was it Saturday?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Just the call schedule. Yep.
Okay, just making sure, because I had that
Marina.
thought. I just had that thought. Am I telling her the right thing?
Or
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just with that, Suzanne, some people will see it and some people won't.
even if they're a leader.
Yeah, even if they're a leader. And
I agree. And those who will, and those who won't, well,
Yeah.
they can come another time.
And I'm going to do my little soapbox just for a minute, because one of the things I hate in the network marketing space or the MLM space is people with the title of leader. And the people who are given that title usually just have a big team. That doesn't really mean they're a leader. That means most likely somewhere in their downline, they were able to get 5, 7 people who enrolled a bunch of people. So that's just my little soapbox that.
I agree with you, Garth.
Yeah.
Shelley, it just means they aren't open. I was going to
Yeah.
say a leader, a true leader, just gets their butts on all the calls. I've been on all these calls for 18 weeks. I love them. I basically probably only missed 2.
Yeah.
I love them too. It's just so much easier. Here, get on this, get on this.
I'm
And if they're
on them
really
'cause
interested.
I'm leading myself. So leaders lead themselves. And we just point to the tools, and then we see who rises up, and we see who leads themselves.
I just wanted to say that I haven't missed a call, just saying. So,
Well, this makes,
of course, I wasn't in Hawaii either. So,
oh my gosh, Jason.
no, but you were on a call from Hawaii. So, that's pretty,
There are a lot of,
stellar.
there are a lot of people that can't be on the calls because they work,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
That will
I'm
be
kidding.
nice.
I don't.
Yeah. Once the recording starts.
You know, you're like, so I got them all. Do we have a YouTube channel that has these videos?
So,
From our team meetings, these team meetings, no. What's happening is, on October 14th, when we launch the app, when Justin launches the app, we're all going to be moving over to the app. There's going to be a place to connect, and we're all going to be like, bye-bye chats. And we're all going to celebrate because we don't have to be in all the chats and we don't have to be in all the things. So of course, our welcome message has the whole system where you go to the Facebook group, which has the announcements. You go to the corporate team launch Facebook page, which has all the announcements. And then, corporate has not been recording their calls because things change in a pre-launch. And so really that's the psychology behind that is they're not trying to keep anything from us. You really need to, not everyone's cut out for things and information changing. There's a lot of eyeballs on us and a lot of people that are like, would use that and say, well, we can't trust this company. They said this last week and now it's changed to this week. And there's just a lot, some people aren't cut out for this stage of a business growing.
well, or not even that, but the naysayers out there who don't want to lose their team will also use that as a tool against them. It's like, well, they're lying over there because they said this 2 weeks ago. Now they're saying this, you can't trust them, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's not even close to the truth. So I was going to go back to your steps on here because with what happened on October 14th, where'd they go? Oh, there. So when that app comes out, I'm going to observe the thought that it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a major change. We're all switching. We're going to lose all of our team because no one's going to be able to jump over and make the switch. So I'm going to validate that thought and be like, no, this is just part of our process with the pre-launch. This is going to be an amazing tool. That's what we're going to have to do. Thank my brain for protecting me, thinking we're going to lose everyone. So we need to keep all of the chats open, keep all of the telegrams going, keep all of that going. But then I'm going to pivot because I trust what Justin has put together. I mean, he built the Modere culture and process and philosophy that went to 5 billion or whatever they did. He is now working with leaders of the expert or leaders in the industry to take us to that next level. So I'm going to pivot.
Good job,
Yes.
Garth.
And leave the chats and jump to the app.
Good job, Garth.
It's that mentality of no man,
Love
leave no man behind.
Are
But
we going to be putting all the calls on this new platform, one stop instead of all these Zoom links?
most likely, yes, Marina. That at least the corporate ones will all be through the app. Now, the one thing we don't quite know is what we've been told is within the app, they'll kind of be like these team branch offs that are all hubbed, if you will, on the app.
But yeah, all your links will be right there.
Yeah.
You'll be able to run your business from the palm of your hands, he said. So it's all going to be there. Yeah. I know. It's amazing, Shelley.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I've got a question. So duplication and all of that, how are you dealing with all the volume of messages, of messaging and getting people moving to the next step?
That's where the systems come in. So I have, however you all want to do that, but I'm never writing anything. I'm just copying and pasting everything. So I have a welcome message that I try to send with you all. You know, I share with you all. I have this is what, it's very, very simple. So I'll put that in the chat again, but systems make things really, really simple. Meaning, does that make sense, Marina?
Yeah, it does. I do quite a bit of that. It's just,
Marina, when you get,
it's about onboarding really simply, because I'm sort of getting them together, but it's like, okay, I've got all these people. And it's like, I guess, yeah, it's system, and they either come into it or they don't. Yeah.
Right. And
because it's got to be volume. It has to be volume, and I can't treat everybody individual for their quirks.
Yep. I just send them. And then if people start showing up and I see that they're adding people, then I start loving on people, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'll see who's kind of doing anything but you also could create your own chat if you have enough people on your team, because they're joining you, they don't know me and Garth. And it's a way where you're just keeping them updated with this almost mentality of, I know this isn't your top priority. Let me remind you of the call tonight. So you can, oh my gosh, did you see the founder's box? That was amazing. Like, did you hear this? And so you could create your own chat until we all move over.
Yeah.
That's another option to keep the fire burning under your own people.
Yeah, we've done that. I'm like, with Shelley's my sponsor, and then her sponsor, the three of us are on a call, and I'm putting a few people in there. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing that. Yeah. So it's just that, because I want more volume. Like
And I think for the time being, it's going to be messy, meaning we've got all this different stuff going on, and that's just kind of the nature of the business. And I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Eric Worre or attended any of Eric Worre's trainings or heard him speak, but he's got a great one that if you probably just typed in Eric Worre, WORRE, and did jungle, you might be able to find the video they did. And he talks about when you're in a pre-launch, you're in the jungle and you're just hacking your way through all this stuff and you're getting bloody and muddy. Yeah. And the first people that are joining you on this path are your family, and you're hacking away through the jungle. And a few days later, you look behind, it's like, where'd Uncle Bob go? Uncle Bob was here. We lost Uncle Bob? Well, Uncle Bob isn't cut out for being in the jungle. And I won't go into all the training, but that's where we're at right now. We're in the jungle. We're going to get a little bloody. We're going to get a little bruised. People will drop off because they're just not cut out for the jungle. But once we've got that path cleared, i.e. when the app becomes available, now we've got a path that we're going through. And just as things go, if you've ever heard the training, he eventually walks through the analogy that you're now on a highway. That's the process we're going through.
6-lane highway riding to,
The momentum of
glory land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Then I send a welcome message, Marina. I also say, this is the welcome message I send everyone. Save it to your phones for when you have someone new that joins your team. So I'm coaching people as they're coming on, that this is what you're going to do. So save it to your notes.
Can you pop it in here?
I can't because I don't have it. I was going to try, but I'll send it after.
we'll put it in the team chat.
Because I don't,
Yeah.
it's on my phone. Yeah.
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 Actually, the one update that I forgot to touch on, just a few days ago, they turned on the ability now where when someone signs up using your ID, you'll get an email saying so-and-so signed up. So
That's super cool because what it has is their phone number. So if you get someone on the TikTok or your Reels, Alan, that you do not know and you cannot find them on Facebook, you can just text them and just text them that welcome message. Yay, welcome to Make Wellness.
Yep.
You're going to text them a message that I'm going to send you all.
Yep.
You can,
because
that's
a
what
lot
you
of
wanna
people
do.
don't use their name as
So
their
that's cool.
social media ID.
Because
So-
you are available to enroll people you do not know. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Is that going to be turned into a text thing? Because I know at Modere we had you get texted.
Oh, wow. Probably then.
Yeah.
And also you get texted when somebody orders something.
Everything should just be in the palm of our hands, he said. So that's amazing, Marina.
Yeah, so that would be, I would imagine they're
will be.
going there.
Yeah, I bet it will be.
The way I understand it is it's taking what he had at Modere and bringing
Yeah,
it to the
I'm
next
sure.
generation. For example,
better.
the AI portion of it,
Yeah.
where it will artificially intelligence create posts for you based off of a few buttons that you select. So
Plus Justin's fairly smart. So he's probably going to get rid of all this stuff that didn't work so well, I'm guessing.
I
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
Because what? We trust.
Yes, thank you. We've
Trust
experienced that.
So good. So much. So good. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. Amazing. Michelle has the motivational quote for the week. Thank you, Michelle, for bringing it to us. We'll end with that.
My computer kept going down.
oh,
I don't think you'll be able to see it. It's Mahatma Gandhi. It is be the change you wish to see in the world. And I just found out today, he actually is not the original author of that. So I'm kind of sad and I'm going to have to research who said that
oh.
because I love that whole quote and how it pertains to us. I don't know if about 5 years ago, I heard the starfish story. If you haven't heard the starfish story, every time I think of this quote, I think of the starfish story. And it's a little boy walking along the beach and it's low tide and all these starfish have washed up on shore and he's going through and there's millions of them for as far as the eye can see. And he's taking one by one as he walks along and throwing them back into the ocean. And an old man comes up to him and he says, "Boy, what are you doing? What do you think you're trying to do? Like, look at them. There's millions. How do you think that you're possibly going to make a difference in all these millions of starfish that are here?" He picks up another one and he throws it into the ocean. He says, "I made a difference to that one." So I think that that's incredible. I think this is a gift that we have and we have to stop thinking of it as we're bothering people, and we can change people's lives physically and financially and their long-term, like how their families are going to live. So I think we have to just get over ourselves and just get out there and share it with everybody we can.
Oh my gosh, we're going to end on that. That was beautiful. Thank you, Michelle.
Yep. As Jason says, throw the starfish into the blue ocean.
Oh, oh, great to be with you all. Have a beautiful week, everybody. We're getting close now. We're like kind of almost like about a month we're launching. So that's exciting.
What's one of my favorite sayings times like this?
We've never been closer.
We've never been closer.
We've never been closer. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Thanks, Erin. Thanks, Garth.
Welcome.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
The